Hi guys, good evening. Welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in tonight's video I'll be doing my episode review for the latest and second to last episode of the series for The Strain, which premiered earlier tonight on FX. Oh, it was good. It was very, very good. Now, before I keep going on and on and on about it, and I keep blabbering my fat mouth off, please be warned that this video will be full of big spoilers regarding the most recent episode of The Strain, or the last couple. So if you are not caught up on The Strain, I advise you not to keep watching, listening, as I will be going into giant spoiler details. So, you have been warned. Spoilers from here on out at this point. So first of all, I was really nervous about this episode because I thought, oh no, F is going to become emotionally compromised because his son is back and he is naturally going to believe every word he says, and he's going to come to his son's defense when the others start hurling accusations that he's a spy. And the exact opposite happened in this episode. In fact, F was the first one to catch Zach's treachery and deception by cutting himself on the pop can and leaving a little blood trail behind for the master. F called him out on it, and F even agreed with his allies that Zach could have been using them and preying on their weaknesses and trying to get them to trust him. And they were all wise enough, especially F, not to reveal the location of the bomb. You know what I loved about this episode is that it showed just how much F has seriously matured. This whole season, we've seen him. This is the most mature we have seen him, well, since forever, really. I mean, you know, he's always been this insecure kind of raging alcoholic, trying to save the world, trying to save his son, unstable guy, but he has really pulled himself together, and even he has called out his own son, his own flesh and blood, of being a traitor. He caught that, and he was suspicious from the moment he set his eyes on him, and it didn't tear the team apart at all. In fact, I think it solidified them even more by all being on the same page about the possibility of Zach being a traitor. Obviously, it all broke their hearts, especially F. It was hard to watch F. You know, you could tell he was really thinking about pulling that trigger, but it's even if his son is a little lying bastard, it's still his son. He couldn't bring himself. I don't think any parent could bring themselves to murder their own child, no matter what kind of horrible, horrendous atrocities the child may have committed. But yeah, Zach at this point, I think, is beyond saving. You know what? If he dies in the next episode in the series finale, I can't imagine too many of us would be bothered by that. But, this episode was just so damn good. It just explored so much of F's maturity, and his suspicions were well-founded along with the suspicions of his allies. And, you know, he was absolutely spot on, and this episode did not do what I was afraid it was going to do, that was going to tear apart our team of heroes when they all start gaining up on Zach and F tries to defend him. And then I thought an all-out assault would happen on their little headquarters, but fortunately they cleared out of there well before the Master and the Strigoi showed up. Oh, and you know, I loved how Dutch did to decide what we've all been wanting to do to him since season 3. It's just like punch him repeatedly. That was also super satisfying to watch. It was also nice watching the Master kill him, but it would have been a lot more fitting, and I think would have served a lot more justice if one of our main characters had done it. But at least Dutch got to throw in a couple hits in there. That was pretty satisfying. And then his reasoning, his logic, trying to defend himself, his actions for what he has done. It was like listening to someone even though you try to get through to them as best as you can, someone with the thickest skull of why they believe what they believe and why they're doing it. And that whole scene as he's trying to defend himself, I'm just sitting there like this, like, you know, I wasn't even mad. I was just shocked. I was just like, oh man. I was getting mad, but at the same time I was mostly like, really? Really? You're trying to defend this? This is insane. But you know what? At least he's dead. And oh my God, what a coward too! He tried to blame his wife. He tried to blame his wife for revealing the master's location. God, what a wuss! And then the master kills his wife anyway, and then kills him. You know, the wife wasn't that great either, but especially this dude. At least this piece of shit is gone, so that's good. And I'm also relieved that they never told Zach where the location of the bomb was, and wisely so as well. And the final scene of this episode, I don't think Quinlan is going to be dying anytime soon. Well, I mean, I don't think he died when he found himself surrounded by Strigoi. He's been in that situation before. He'll get out of it just fine. Plus, I have a feeling they're saving his death for the finale. Because after all, if you want to successfully kill the Master, Quinlan's life is tied to the Master, so he will die as well. So when the Master dies, Quinlan dies, and that's probably going to happen in the next episode, the series finale, one way or another. And oh man, this was just such a good episode. I mostly loved F during this whole episode. I loved how he was vigilant and he didn't resort to his old, naive, fatherly ways, and he was suspicious and cautious and kept Zach at arm's reach. And he was the one to call Zach out on his BS, because there was a point where I was thinking maybe Zach is a lot smarter than we're giving him credit for. Maybe he really does intend on betraying the Master. But nope, when I saw that blood after he cut himself on the pop can, I thought, oh, you sneaky little bastard. And in the next scene, I was like, yes, F noticed that and called him out on it, and he locked him in his room. Good riddance. So now he doesn't have to worry about getting his son back. And if Zach does survive this somehow, I don't know how he's going to move forward from here. I don't know how he could possibly redeem himself. But let's not focus on Zach right now. Let's just focus on the fact that next Sunday will be the series finale for this beloved, awesome show that has been on for several years now, and it has become one of my favorite shows now, and I'm really going to miss it. But the way this episode ended, setting us up for what promises to be an awesome, exciting, emotional series finale, I'm very excited for it, and I'm very confident that they're going to go out with a very memorable bang. So, what did you guys think of tonight's episode? Like it, love it, hate it? Please leave your thoughts, opinions, and your feedback down below in the comments section. I'd love to hear from everybody. As always, you can disagree with one another, of course, but please be respectful and civil, and respect one another's beliefs and opinions, of course. Thank you so much for watching this episode review. I hope you guys got as jacked up about this episode as I did. It was so damn good. Don't forget to subscribe so you can tune in next week to listen to my review and reaction for the Bittersweet series finale. Alright guys, have a great rest of the night. Thanks again for stopping by, and of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.